And I want to present to you, as of now on, the Harold D. Melton Student Center.
It was Liz Huntley on the board of trustees who was calling me, and she started describing the building that they would be naming after me, and I was happy that any building would have my name. And it sounded like it was a corner of a building that she was describing. And then the more I asked and the more it became clear that it was actually the Student Center, I just couldn't believe it. Just overwhelmed by the whole notion and taken completely off guard, frankly.
There are certain people to me that I've met around Auburn in my life that just epitomize what it means to be an Auburn man. And you think about the qualities of the creed.
You know, your buildings tell your history, right? And they tell your history about people that are affiliated and connected with your university. And now a part of Auburn's story is going to be the history of Harold Melton and a young Black male student in a predominantly white environment to win SGA president, their student body president, by 60%, you know, and then to go on and continue to represent Auburn so well.
This is going to be the first building on our campus that's named after an African American, and I think that is so incredibly powerful. I'm so excited that it's Chief Justice Melton, and I think for Black members of the Auburn family, it really sets the standard of like, hey, this could be you one day. Like, you could have a building named after you.
They're trying to express a narrative, but it's a narrative that I already know to be true, which is that Auburn is an embracing place. I know that. Many others know that, but we need to get that word out some more.
He was elected as SGA president by a cross-section and a majority of his fellow Auburn students, regardless of their background or race or anything else. Well, here we are talking about the Chief Justice who was elected in Georgia with the same thing in place, and that says what his peers think about him.
Harold's brand is humble competence. He can do so many things. He's made such a big difference, but he does so without tooting his own horn or making a big deal about it, just impacting others' lives.
There's so many good people who have gone through Auburn of all walks of life. Auburn had its pick of people, but in this instance, they sought to do something different than what they had done before. It's overwhelming to think that on this beautiful campus, this beautiful building that's going to be here long after I'm gone will have my name. And I really, truly think this, you know, as I start winding down my final years, at some point I'm going to say to my kids, take me down and see that building one more time before I go.